Hey guys, today we're going to talk about complex number patterns. So this is your worksheet that you have to do, and it's very similar to the input-output worksheets we did earlier in the year, or not earlier in the year, but I guess a few weeks ago. So number one says 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and then they filled in 12, 14, 16. What you had to do is you had to finish the pattern with the next three numbers. And the next three numbers we see were 12, 14, and 16. Then you have to figure out what did you do to each number to get the next number in the pattern. What do they do when they increase each pattern? And that was to add 2, because 2 plus 2 equals 4, 4 plus 2 equals 6, 6 plus 2 equals 8, 8 plus 2 equals 10, 10 plus 2 equals 12, 12 plus 2 equals 14, 14 plus 2 equals 16. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to do number 2, and then I'm going to show you how to do the ones at the bottom, because the top ones you have to figure out what the missing numbers are and then do the rule. And the other side at the bottom, it gives you the rule, and then you have to find the next ones in the pattern. So here we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And we know that when we count like that, we're counting by fives. So the next number, so that means that I have to be adding 5 because I'm increasing, I'm going up, and we're counting by fives, so that would mean increase, add, count by 5. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Then I'm going to have 30, 35, and 40. And a pattern would continue to go on. So this would continue on forever and counting by twos, and this would continue going on forever counting by fives. But they're only asking you to fill in the next three numbers. Now, at the bottom, we have, like I said, the opposite. Here, they're already giving us the rule. And so I'm going to write that up. They have the rule for number 1 was to subtract 4. So that means you're decreasing by 4. And this is going to be a lot harder because we've learned to count by ones and twos and fives and tens. Now it's a little bit trickier because we're going to be doing it by different numbers. We're not doing the same one we're used to. So they have 30. And then we have to fill in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, oops, let me make that bigger. 2, 3, 4, and 5. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say 30 minus 4. Well, we've learned that I can't take away 4 from 0. We know that because we have to have the bigger number up top. So all I'm going to do is instead of writing subtraction, I could do a number line. And I'm going to put, since I'm going back, I'm going to start at the end of the number line. And I'm going to put 30 there. And I'm going to go backwards. And there's lots of different ways I could figure this out, but this is just one strategy that I'm going to choose to do. I'm probably going to need to go back even further. All right, so I'm going to go back 4 from 30. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 26. 1, 2, 3, 4. 22. And again, I would have to start over. I'm going to erase these numbers and then start at 22 so I can figure it out. Now, this was, again, one strategy. It doesn't have to be the one you use. You could use your fingers, not the best strategy. You could count back and say 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, and see you lose count. I lost count right away. So you just have to figure out what is the best strategy for yourself to count backwards. All right, so 22. 1, 2, 3, 4, 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 14. And now it's easy. I'm not going to add my subtraction. I'm not going to add on to the number line. I know that 14 minus 4 is 10. So here I'm doing it backwards. They give me the rule and I now have to use that rule to find all the numbers in the pattern. I hope that this video helps to explain how to do the complex number patterns. Again, you don't have to use the number line. In fact, as I was working it out, I realized that was actually probably a little bit more complicated because I have to keep erasing numbers or I have to make a very long number line. I could use any strategy, count on my fingers, count backwards, whatever I want to do the subtraction problem, just to use this rule in order to fill in the missing pieces on the pattern. So because if I look at the next one, I'm going to add 9. I'm going to be drawing a lot of numbers on a number line. So I may not want to do that. I might just want to count up in my head, put the number in my head and count on. We've already learned in first grade how to count forward and count backwards from a specific number, not always from 1. So, like I said, I hope this helps you to explain complex number patterns. And if you have any questions, you can join me for my office hours from 1 to 2:30. And I hope to see you at our Zoom meeting today. All right, bye guys.